supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about, now that we freed Meek Mills, or at least he's out on bail and the situation is looking pretty good for him, what about Dr. Malachi York and our other political prisoners, Matulu Shakur, Jamil El-Amin, known as H. Rap Brown? What about the MOVE members that are still behind bars? What about Assata Shakur being on the FBI most wanted list? What about all the other political prisoners who fought for the struggle for freedom and liberation for black people? What about them? Why wasn't so much energy for people who sacrifice living the high life in the matrix to contribute to the liberation of black people? Why is so little energy and effort put behind freeing them? And I gotta mention Mumia Abu-Jamal. I can't forget about him. Why is so little energy put behind them? But when it comes to your icons, your rap stars, trap stars, your idols, you go all out to free them. But people who have put in real energy for the struggle, you don't know about them. You're not educated. You can't get behind them. A lot of Europeans and white people got behind Meek Mills for his freedom. For whatever reason. I don't know why these white billionaires will get behind Meek Mill. Would those same white billionaires get behind the freedom of Dr. Malachi York, or Mumia Abu-Jamal, or Jamil El-Amin, or Matulu Shakur? Would the billionaires and white millionaires get behind him? Would they get behind those that stood for the freedom and liberation and the total consciousness awakening of black people? Would they get behind them? Probably not. That's why you're needed to get behind them even more than you would have got behind Meek Mills. I would say Meek Mills, the overturn of his situation is a victory for black people, because that's one less man, one less black man treated unjustly by an unjust system. So I count that as a victory, and I'm very happy for the release of Meek Mills. But I have to let you know it doesn't stop there. And it's even more imperative that we get behind these other freedom fighters and political prisoners and push for their liberation and their freedom from the belly of the beast. Many of them, some of them you ain't even heard of, we need to get out of there. We have to push for the ultimate change of the prison industrial complex as it relates to blacks in America. The entire penal system needs to be shut down. But now that we didn't free Meek Mills, what about the rest of our political prisoners? Some say, well, what were they in there for? Dr. Malachi York, what was he locked up for? Why should we get him out of jail? The reality of the matter is, no matter what any of these political prisoners are in jail for, the system and this white devil and beast is in no position to judge our people after what they put us through for over 400 years, and what they continue to do to unarmed black men in the streets with impunity. What they continue to do, they're in no position whatsoever to judge or incarcerate any black man, irregardless of what the crime was. Irregardless of how many coons believe in the criminal justice system. They're in no position to judge any black man, and they created the very situation and perpetuate the situation that every crime that any black man could commit come out of. Because they have risen to be a great nation off the exploitation and the degradation of black people. So while they capitalize and flourish out of our degraded state, we should be immune from being penalized by the system that created and manufactured the degradation that we operate out of. At the end of the day, they are responsible not just for what they did over the last 400 years, but what they continue to do and how they continue to benefit to this very day. If they're unwilling to give reparations to repair the situation that they created, we should be immune from prosecution for any acts that we create in a degraded state that they continue to perpetuate and refuse to alleviate or even acknowledge as a reality. Meek Mills is out and some of you all are happy, smiling. They gave you one. And they gave you that one quickly to distract you because you might begin to connect that one to the others. And you might begin to wake up and realize what the real situation and real circumstances that we confront as a people, that you may become more politically conscious and you may become more revolutionary and more rebellious against the system. So we'll give you one. And the billionaires got behind that. Help get them out. Because if these angry Negroes wake up, that's going to fuck up all our shit. Get them out, goddammit. Get them out before things get out of control. We can give them this one. I had to speak on this, man. Yeah, free Meek Mills. Free Meek Mills. But free Dr. Malachi York. Free Jamil El-Amin. Free Mumu Abu Jamal. Free Mutulu Shakur. Free Jeff Ford. Free Larry Hoover. Free all of our political prisoners behind jail that are products of a society that you manufacture through the exploitation of the original and chosen people of the planet Earth. You're in no position, devil, to judge any black man for anything, for any reason, and to prosecute and incarcerate. And no matter how guilty that you may say they are, or many may believe they are, they don't deserve to be in the belly of that goddamn beast, period. And I stand by that. It's King Noble Black Supremacy, signing out.